got the skid steer. I got a big rock. It's a nice, that's a big rock. It's about as tall as me. We're gonna put it right here. So this is the aftermath of using that hammer, the hydraulic hammer on the skid steer. And I wanted to show you around and just give you a little peek as to what the driveway is looking like these days. There's Ricky hanging out. I'm gonna need him in a little bit. Here, let's go up here. The girls helped me get rid of this rock pile, but this all needs to be filled in. It's hard to show it on camera. Let me get down to this level. There you go. You can see that a little bit better. So we're gonna remove all these rocks here, over here, and then grab some dirt, fill this in, and start banking it. And because before we had to drive on this side of the driveway, which was close to the edge there, now all this is opened up. There used to be a huge rock here. We broke it apart with the hammer, and then up around this turn, that's boulder shoulder down there, where we have the rocks along the right side. And then there's another rock section way up there. That's the rock I was pecking out with the hammer. So we're gonna spend a little time. It's a really nice day today, and the road is dry. I wanted to get to work before the rain comes. We're expecting some rain tomorrow, so wanted to get out here before it got all wet again. All right, so this rock, its destiny is right here. So I'll set you up down here, something out of harm's way, hopefully. And we'll get it in position, and then we'll fill some dirt in afterwards. But I want this to kind of just bank around a little bit, because it's straight. This is like the last turn before this like straight section here. The road goes down that way, so all this is straight. So I just need a little bit of wall formation here, and these boulders are great for that. Got my gloves. Should I get Ricky involved first? I feel like that rock, I could just drop it right here so that it's aimed like slope that way, and I could fill the rest in with dirt. We could stack a few other boulders along here. I think we're cleared out pretty good. I don't think I need the backhoe right now. Yeah, let's just get to it. At least. All right. Hopefully that'll stop the big boulder. Yeah, that'll work. All right, that part went well. I was just up here with the skid steer and I thought I should bring you a... Oh no! Oh, I forgot the tripod over there. Okay. I might have to go get it. Okay, let's see. So this here, I'm at the last part of the road where it goes up. And then that way is the house site. So this rock is gone, guys. If you recall, there was a big rock here. I just got all the gravel, everything that would fit in the rock bucket pretty much, and got it out of here. So now what I'm basically going to do, I have a bank over here that I want to fill up because you're coming down the road from this way and you're coming and you want to like kind of, you know, bank it. So this turn here, if you could see what I'm looking at, there is the boulder that I just moved over there. All right, it's going to be right there. I want to cut out this whole section right here and use that material as the fill to shape this area over here. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to set up the tripod and just get at it. Hopefully I don't hit any rocks because that's undisturbed stuff right there. But the tree that I'm after right there, the one hanging this way, that one I know is dead. And there's another one actually right next to it there. That's dead too. So, okay, I guess I'll go get the tripod now and get to work. that's incredible. All right, that's gotta be like 12 feet now. That looks really good. I think I got the bank right here. I still gotta move a lot of dirt around, but man, that is, what a difference. I mean, I could see it now. I need a little bit on this side, gotta form this up a bit. There's always more to do. But I was a little scared. I was a little scared that I was gonna run into a rock somewhere, like right on the edge here, because before I started this, it like came out to about here. So I was able to scrape all this out and just push it around, and this is all clay. This is great. All right, I did want to mention something. I got a concerned comment last episode about fire trucks, because I mentioned like there's not going to be any cement trucks or concrete. There's not going to be any cranes or any big machinery. We're only going to be having our vehicles and this machine really up here. I mean, this road could satisfy a bulldozer, you know, a bigger machine than that. But so we got a comment in reply to that statement that was stating, you know, are you sure, do you want to be up there because like emergency vehicles and fire trucks weigh like 1,000,000 pounds and the roads need to be this wide and everything else. So Meg and I, before we even put paper and pencil on our house plans, before we even started thinking of the house plan, we called as step one after we purchased our land. We called the fire department and asked where they were and did all of our due diligence there. But we also asked them what the emergency plan would involve if we were to have this. And we told them about the property, told them where it was and everything. And they said they have smaller units, and what you need to do is just create a fire or emergency plan with your first responders so that when they do get a call from your address, if that were to ever happen, they would know right away the units they need to send and the type of situation that your property might give them. Instead of them sending a huge fire engine or something like that and can't even get up to where you are, the fire department where we are locally, they know what our situation is, where we are, and the types of trucks that they're going to need. So around here in the mountainous areas, they have much smaller fire trucks that could pump and do things like that. Believe it or not, guys, the closest fire hydrant from here is about 5 miles away. So we do intend to get some water reserve up at the house so that if there was an incident, we could pump it from there. And they have smaller trucks about the size of my pickup truck that could satisfy something like that, and you could definitely get first responders in that way. So basically, if my two-wheel drive pickup truck, which is a 1500 Ram, if it could get up here, they will be able to without an issue. I just wanted to reiterate that because I get that comment often, and some of you may be watching this wondering like all the research you need to do for these. So call your local agencies like the fire department and things like that before you purchase the property, and make sure they would be okay with, you know, if you want to build up on the top of a mountain and you're going to have a windy road all the way up there, make sure that they can handle a request if it came to that. So just wanted to mention that. All right, there's a rock there, but that. All right, damn, this is looking good. I wonder if I should do another boulder shoulder over here. Like, keep them going. Brrr, I got enough rocks, you know? Maybe I should carve out a little bit and put some boulders there, like up to this tree. Just keep going. That way I could get another like 3 feet on this side. Because this is huge now. This is awesome. You could do drifting around this turn now. I got the rear-wheel drive Hemi. I'm not going to do that, Mom. Don't worry. All right. Woo, look at that. That's a sight for sore eyes. That's where Humongous Rock was. Man, I was really scared we were going to run into an issue along here, but thankfully there were no rocks. I was able to just take the rock bucket, which is my destroy all bucket, really. Just running into stuff and it can handle it. But it came out great. Yes, sir. All right, I still got to shape a little bit of this, cut this out, smooth it out, form more of a bank. But damn, this is looking really good, guys. All right, let's move on to the next. Back a little more.
What?
Come back a little more. That's good. Look at the capacity. Oh, no, wait. Look at the capacity of Willie. I don't know. It's impressive for me. So we cut a bunch of ash. Those are the white ash. And we're out of, well, not out of firewood in our little wood stove in the RV. But we are getting close. So we've been burning this ash, and it's pretty much ready to burn as soon as it gets split, because the trees are standing dead anyway. So I picked one that's a good diameter, and I'll show you my new setup here with the splitter. All right, Meg, need a hand with the tailgate, or you got it?
Are we gonna dump it, or?
Yeah, let's dump it out. So we're going to be fixing this one day, maybe sooner than later. I would say just let it go, Meg. Let it go.
Okay, well, what about that one?
Just don't get hurt. Just let it go, and we'll...
Okay.
Yeah, all right, there. Here, switch. So this whole tailgate situation needs to be fixed. Maybe I'll do that, Meg. This tailgate should be able to flop up, so if you're dragging gravel, or it should be able to flop down if you're doing like a dump like this.
But it just
for
falls
now,
off.
For now, we just hope for the best. So look at this thing, guys. How many logs we got here, Meg? Like 2 dozen or so?
Yeah.
Like maybe a little less. Wanted to, this is in gear?
Yes.
Where's my chainsaw?
Over there.
Okay.
Got some that ran away.
Meg,
Yeah.
this thing. That was a good $1,000 spent after we put like another 400 into it. Now seriously though.
It does. It has become a very useful tool.
I know someone's gonna count. Be like, that's not 2 dozen. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Sorry. 18 logs. Okay guys, wanted to show you my new and improved tire log splitter. I split this. See, I split these and I throw them over here, and then I make my kids get outside and take them from here into the barn. We have a stacking area which has a roof over it, and it'll, you know, dry or just sit there and not get wet. So but anyway, so Meg, can you get a close-up of this guy? This is pretty simple. I took a tire and I put a couple, my favorite, couple lag screws into here. But I drilled some holes with like a hole saw so that I could angle the bolts down into the stump here. So this is nice. And you want to get the proper diameter piece of firewood to fit in there. So that's really nice. A little loose, but not super floppy. They're a little easier to split than these monsters that I was working with the other day. So let me demonstrate what's what. You don't have to break your back. You can just whack away. Sometimes you get multiple splits in one swing. But that's it. One log is processed already. Take a look, Nick.
There it is. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces.
Yeah, so what size? If you have some extra tires around, this is a 12-inch. 15 would be really good too. get some bigger ones in there. Also, if you had like two different sizes, like a larger tire and a smaller one like this to handle multiple scenarios, that'd be even better. I just don't want to make another one. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, and I also chose a log underneath this thing that has a crotch. See, this log has a split in it, and the grain is going to be crazy strong. You wouldn't want to split this piece by hand. So I use that as my chopping block because it has straight, really strong grain when you're coming down. Won't split on you. So there you go. There you go. 10,000. I'll make you one. Ship it to you. I don't know how many times I'm going to use that joke. No, 1,000 will do it. Free shipping. $1,000. You know what's cool? Hearing it echo off the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
No one around for miles. Alright, good enough. So we're sitting here, husband and wife. Meg's watching, I'm working. And Meg reminded me that there's this guy on Clip Clop called Thor. I call it Clip Clop. I'm not on there, Meg is. But anyway, there's this guy called Thor that apparently cuts wood, chops wood, like makes the ladies all, you know, eye candy. But anyway, he does an accuracy chop. So I'm gonna see if I can do it. All right, Meg. That one's gonna take multiple whacks.
Are you gonna take off your shirt like he does?
I'll save that for the summer edition.
Okay.
It's nice and cool right now. I already lost a layer, Meg. All right, so now he scores it with his chainsaw. And the thing is like this big around, and you're like, ah! He's got this perfect beard and probably smells like vanilla with rum and like all this stuff. Anyway, let's see, can we make a mark here, Meg? Here. You need to, what the hell am I doing? You need to, screw it, let's put the chainsaw mark in it. I can see where he's going with that one. Couldn't even get a score in it. Jeez. All right, he's got this huge thing that came out of like the mountains from 5 miles on top, and anyway, and then he tries to split it. He goes, yeah, 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 and eventually splits it, and he brags about how accurate he is. So I'm really setting myself up for failure here. I'm probably gonna whack it. It's gonna go like over here. So, not rehearsed. You get what you get. Here we go.
Whoa! Except it didn't break.
Yeah, but he takes like 16 hacks to chop his wood, Meg. Look at that. Go ahead, get a close-up. Where'd I hit that, Meg? Is it right around there?
Yes.
Huh?
Right there.
Okay. I'm gonna put the next one right here, okay?
All right.
You can stay there.
Let's see it.
Ah,
That-
just off a hair.
Ah.
Not bad. Look, Mom. All right.
So where did you hit it? Right here?
I hit it here. I meant to go right here. Half inch off.
Ah.
That first one was money, though. Ah! Hiya! Hiya! Wow, this one's got
He
some-
doesn't use the tire either. He only shows splitting it in half and then pulls it apart.
Oh. super crunchy sounds.
This is much better.
I mean, he would need like a tractor tire, that guy. It'd be cool to watch him like get that thing out to the woods. All right, Thor, this one's for you, buddy. Yeah. Hey.
There's a knot in that one too.
There is. All right, that was not rehearsed. That's how I roll.
Good job, John.
Yeah, Thor.
I think his name's Bradley Thorin.
Thorin? Well, from now on, I'm going to go by Jor.
Jor?
Yeah, J-O-R. Not N, R, Jor.
I'm not going to call you that.
Not seriously, Mr. Thorin, I know you're going to watch this video. Not making fun of you, dude. You do you, okay? I find it impressive, and I'll be honest. I've watched a few of your videos.
So, timeline update. We've decided we're going to switch gears. We unfortunately have come to the realization that we lost our window to do concrete. It's just getting too cold here in Virginia, and we need to move on to something else and come back to this. And we also realize that there's no point in us really rushing doing the footers right now anyway to get them done, because we're not going to do anything after that up here until we're done milling wood.
Maybe the block wall?
Yeah, we would do the block wall, but again, that doesn't really work well with the temperatures right now anyway. And there's no sense in rushing this because we can't go on to the next step until we mill all the wood. So that's what we're going to switch to. We have obviously a lot of wood to mill to build this house, and we're going to switch gears and get into doing that now.
So that doesn't mean we're stopping. It doesn't mean we're slowing down. We have a lot of other things to do. We just don't want to leave all that stuff exposed and it's just like winter be over it and then like wait until it finally warms up before we start, you know, putting the wood up there. We have to start developing lumber. And Meg and I had a long discussion. What we're going to be doing is creating a solar kiln. These things have been done before. They're very effective, and basically you're using the power of the sun to dry out your wood. We're not going to be kiln drying our lumber. We're going to be cutting it, putting it into a solar kiln, whereas instead of taking the wood and stacking it to air dry, which would take months and months and months, like the better part of a year to do, we could cut it, get it into a solar kiln, and within 2 weeks have a board that we could actually start using. So we're going to show you now a 3D model of the solar kiln as I'm talking, but this is basically what we're building. But we don't want to use poplar to build the solar kiln. During the land clearing of the house site, we took out a number of cedar trees. Some are bigger than others, but we're going to be using that cedar for as much as we can to build this solar kiln, because the stuff being used for the house has to be graded, but this is an agricultural building. We don't have to get any building permits, anything like that, and there's really no weight to it, so I thought cedar would be a really good material to use for this thing. Not to mention it deters bugs and pests and all that stuff.
And we took it out anyway. So
we took it out already. It's sitting over there. It's kind of in the way. Let's go ahead and use it, and we have more to take out also. So behind me is the house. See this big puddle, lake, ocean thing? That's the house. Yeah. Beyond that, looking to the west, is the solar field. So we're going to have probably about 150 feet away from the house. There's going to be solar panels facing south, and in the way of basically the line of sight of the solar panels are more cedar trees. We're going to remove those, and that will give us, if we need more cedar to build the solar kiln, we can go ahead and do that prematurely, grab a few here and there, get what we need, and continue our milling process so we get the solar kiln built. But this solar kiln allows us to produce lumber and allows us to dry it in the late winter, early spring, the wet times of year, so we're not relying on the air temperature being warm to effectively dry the lumber. So not only that, what is also coming up, how we're going to stay busy this off season. We're going to leave the house site flat. If we get good weather, we'll flatten it out, make it perfect and everything. Good to go. Okay, we have that. It's going to sit here. It's not going anywhere. Okay, guys, I just came over here. The house is right there. Okay, and the back of it faces that way toward the southern mountains there. There's going to be a shed here. All of the solar equipment from the other side of the house is coming over here. It'll be high voltage coming into the shed, and we will have our batteries, inverters, chargers, all that stuff in this shed. That's the main purpose, keeping our batteries and all the gear, you know, under roof and out of the house in case there's a battery malfunction, something burns down, whatever. Also, we're going to create a little office inside of this shed. It's going to be like a little escape for Meg, just to have a place to leave and go to the house. We don't have an office in the house. So that is being built too. The other thing that we have to do here is, aside from the shed project, we're going to be running our infrastructure lines, being our water and our sewer. We have septic tanks up here that we have to get the effluents from all the way down the hill to where the RV basically is, the other septic tanks, because those tanks pump the effluents up to the leach field. That's the way it was designed by our soil engineer. That's the way we're going to do it. So that has to be done also. And then let's go over there. I'll show you where the solar panels are going. Okay guys, this way is south. Behind Meg, the camera lady, over there is the house. We're about 80 feet away. There's going to be a solar array right here on the ground. I don't want the solar panels on the roof of the house because I want to be able to maintain them, clean them off, and, you know, do all that stuff, the maintenance. And we have the room to do it. Why not? So they're going to be over here, but there's a number of cedar trees this way, and there's a whole bunch of dead growth, like all this stuff all around me. It really needs to be cleaned up. It's kind of thick right now. But when we take away a few of these monsters right in front of me here, it's really going to start clearing up. So we just want to remove everything that where the sun is going across right now, so that our solar is, you know, getting enough rays to generate the electricity we need.
This spot is actually pretty clear. There's straight above, because there's a bunch of wineberries right here, and they need sun. So we know that already this is a good location. We're just going to help it out with clearing more.
And there's grass. This does get sunlight. It's just, you take out like 10 trees or so, it's like all of a sudden you have sky. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have the lawn come over this way and everything. That's long term. So what I'm trying to say, sharing all this, is that we have plenty to do, plenty to share with you guys. Just because we're pausing on the actual construction of the home, I think it's a good call. We don't want another bad experience pouring concrete and have it freezing and not being structurally strong enough to hold up our house. So we're going to pull the harnesses back on that. We're going to get the cedar that's down already and cut up and it's been sitting there. We're going to take that, we're going to mill it so we could start building our solar kiln. So ultimately we could start producing lumber.
To build the house.
To build the house. And the green grass grew all around. Yeah. I hope you caught all that. If not, just rewind. I'm not saying it again. Yeah, this will be good. There's some good cedars here.
There's a few that we could get some boards
dense.
Out of. It is.
It is overtaking this area. Amongst these, there's a beautiful black walnut that we're going to spare.
Yeah.
And I know this is going a little into detail, but just bear with me. It's right there. We're almost at the first day of winter, meaning the sun is the lowest in the horizon, and it's just barely getting to the bottom of that black walnut. So it's really not going to affect our sunlight during the summer because it'll be above that. It'll come up and over, well over us here. So we're going to spare the black walnut, but the cedars, we need to just get them out of the way. This is kind of obvious, but I've learned a lot building that shed with our own lumber, and I did this the same way then. You got to cut your headers, your beams, anything like big dimensions. Pick that stuff out first. And I think that's kind of obvious, but someone may overlook it. So this is a really nice diameter log here, this cedar. We need it 12 feet long. There's 2 beams across the top. Is it beams or headers?
Headers?
Yeah, there'd be 2 headers across the top. They're each 12 feet long. And then there's a few other ones that are shy of 7 feet. So I'm going to use these for the top and these for below. And then we'll go for the next biggest dimension after that. Hey guys, what do you think? I got a mud issue here. I'm going to be milling during the winter and stuff like that. I mean, I wasn't going to pave this whole thing like a basketball court. I don't think gravel is the solution either. I think maybe, what about just like a thick bed of wood chips? Think that'd be good, Meg?
It would help.
See, I don't want gravel because look, right here, that's going to happen. Like, I don't care about this side of the mill. I care about this side because the skid steer, this thing, and like I know the wood chips are going to move around a bit, but I can't think of anything else to use. But I want this, like, I'm not going to plant grass. That's not going to work. Gravel is just going to get sawdust and like cant all over it. So I think maybe wood chips, or I don't know. Should we just like lay down the bark as it comes off?
That's what I was thinking. Something like that.
Maybe a combination.
We'll figure it out.
We have those wood chips up at the house. Ooh, this sounded good. Up at the house? One day, Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You're not going to move, right? Right. Okay. We need a little rotation nation. You got to talk to the log, Meg. Time me! Ralphie, why don't you go outside and help your father? Really, can I? Yes. Watch the traffic. What are you doing out here? Mom said I should help. Oh yeah? I can't wait. I really like we decided to put the mill right in the way of the sun. So whenever I'm like trying to get a measurement, I'm like, okay, Black Bart. No, son of a. Why are you doing? What happened? It's not out of gas. Why'd it stall?
I don't think it's out of gas.
You know, it's acting like it's out of gas. Let me go get some gas.
Do you have some?
Yeah, I got gas. I always have gas. Okay. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Show you. All right, look at this thing. That thing beautiful or what? Maybe I could get it from the other side here. Shows the color better this way.
No.
Pretty stuff. You got to appreciate this while you can, because the once the air hits it, the oxygen, it I don't know why it does it. It just turns brown. It doesn't stay pink like this forever. So anyway, I wanted to show you. Yeah, here we go. All right, so I need two 4x6s. So I satisfied, if you imagine them side by side here, I got my 8 inches there. And my 6 inches here. So I'm not going to leave too much down here. This is the small side. You want to make sure you're good here, and we'll be fine down there. So 8 inches for the four next to each other, and then 6 inches. So we're good. Also, I wanted to take this moment and just show you guys the peanut gallery over here. We got Meg in the driver's seat and Carmen. Carmen's like that comedian that like co-hosts Conan O'Brien, you know? Puts a joke in once in a while. And Maddie, where's Maddie? Maddie had a rough day. Let's show you Maddie. Maddie, you okay, honey?
We're out.
Maddie took a nice long run with Mommy today. She's tired. It wasn't too long, Maddie. You're just not used to that type of running, huh? Maddie had endurance running. And she, Meg, what'd you run today? 4 miles?
4 miles.
All right. What do you think, Carmen? Carmen's ready for run number 2. She's just enjoying the sun. Maddie loves the sun. Absolutely loves it. She will just sit there in the sun until you tell her to come in. All right, that's looking nice and flat, guys. We're gonna cut the rest of this guy. So I'm gonna measure from the bottom up 6, and then count in the height of the blade thickness. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect either, but I'd like a true 4x6. That's what I planned it out to be. Yes, sir! Where's the mystery tape? Come on, bro. Where'd it go? You see it, Meg? Peanut gallery?
It's on the table over there.
Alright.
I'm just your measuring tape locator.
Feels like we have a real sawmill now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how beautiful is that? Like,
Yeah.
look at the consistency of that.
I know.
Look at that.
Having the mill level is so important.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's really
Grab it. Is that pretty?
very consistent.
Yeah. Look, guys. Look at that.
You gotta lower it.
I do?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Consistency. Man.
It's pink.
Looks like I could make like a big Santa Claus sleigh. That could be like one end. This could lift up in case a little snow load. Yeah. All right. A few minutes ago, this thing was a log in the forest. Now we got two nice headers for our solar kiln. Let me show you guys where it's going to be. It's right behind you. All right, we got to move the trampoline. Trampoline's going to go somewhere else, but it's going right here. This is a really nice southern facing spot here. Okay, we're gonna face it that way. That little walnut tree is not gonna be a problem. Same thing, when the thing loses its leaves, it doesn't block any of the sun, and it's only like in the way for like a half hour or so, the way the sun is right now. So anyway, we're gonna put it parallel with the mill. It's gonna go right here and come all the way this way, and it is about 24 feet long. If you could just picture those two things side by side, that's how long it'll be. Okay, Meg, we get a lot of satisfaction out of using our sawmill, don't we?
Very much so.
You just looked up the specs on that?
It took you an hour. Well, getting the log down here and milling it, maybe hour and a half altogether.
I guess. I mean, we didn't rush.
And I just looked it up. 4 by 6 inch, 12-foot long board at Lowe's is $82
For one?
for one.
In cedar?
Mm-hmm.
$82, so we saved 164 bucks for an hour. See guys, the mill pays for itself. We're probably going to build this whole solar kiln for less than $1,000.
I was sitting here thinking about how it's funny that we're milling wood to build a building to dry wood that we're milling to build our house.
Yeah. You know, it's
There's
later.
a lot of steps.
Hey guys, good news. Also, excellent news. I found my hat. I was worried I lost it, but I didn't. So, it's back. Season 3.
In your Beetlejuice shirt.
Yeah. My brother-in-law got me this shirt. Or my sister, one of them. Hey! Quit rolling in poop! Get over here, Maddie! Hey! Who am I, ready? Oh yeah, feels so good. Smells great, right? So, what is it, your car? Come here! Maddie, come! Come on! Let's go!
Ah, yeah, Tommy girl.
Maddie, come here. Right here. Come here. Come here.
What did you called it? What did you call it? Venison. No, you made a name for it. A perfume. It was like
Veniscat.
Veniscat.
Viniscat for puppies. Yeah.
We don't want that, Maddie, okay? We don't want venison poop on you. All right.
Ah, Viniscat for her. At select retail locations.